This lesson I'm going to talk about spin and racket alignment, as well as a few other things, but basically spin. The first thing I want to say about spin is that spin is a skill that requires a lot of time and effort to master. It's not something that you can just learn in one day. You have to practice spin over and over and over again. The other thing that could be said about spin is that there is not a single tennis pro in the entire world, not one tennis pro, that has not mastered spin to become a tennis pro. In other words, spin is like something that you must have. There's no if or buts about it. You have to practice spin and racket alignment. Now, what is racket alignment? Racket alignment is also known as racket face in tennis. When you bring the racket to the memory board, stop right there. You see how the racket is flat to the memory board? Now go up really slow. That is called racket alignment. Can you do that again? Do that again, please. Anything in tennis that doesn't teach this particular part of the stroke is doomed to fail. It's that simple. And the reason is because if the racket goes too much on top of the ball, well, the ball is going to go into the ground or is going to land short on the court. And if the racket goes too much underneath the ball, then it's going to force the ball to fly out. This is why the tennis muscle memory board is such a great tool for you to have, because it really does teaches you exactly how to line up the racket in relation to the ball so that you can follow through. Somebody can teach you technique or get you to understand technique literally almost instantly, but spin is something that revolves around feel, and it's something that needs to be done over and 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 over again. Most tennis lessons are basically spent teaching people how to do spin and how to align the racket correctly. So finally, the other thing that you should really consider when you are working with your memory board is that the ball needs to be in front of your body. For that, I'm going to refer to the line on the floor so you can see how much out in front the ball is. The ball can never be too much out in front of the body in your mind, because the better the tennis player you play, the more likely it is that they're going to force the point of impact to get behind you. So this is something that you should practice. You should do this lesson exactly like this. Racket back, drop the racket, drop it, drop it, drop it. I would even like to see Xavier drop the racket even a little bit more. Bring it back and drop it. Let's overdo it for our purpose, right? Bring the racket back and drop it right behind. Drop it, drop it, drop. There you go. Drop. Now you bring the racket forward and you go forward. Let's do it 5 more times. 1. And again, this is JL with the Topspin Memory Board from autotennis.com. Automated tennis lessons are the way of the future. Get in it. The sooner, the better. Until next time, keep spinning that ball.